Hello, this is Adam, and I'm reading Dragonlance for the fourth time. The experience that I go through should be impossible to witness, so I'm going to share what's going on. An author can't get their ideas out of nothing, apparently, and I want to prove that they are responding to me because I know that they are. From what I witnessed, it has to be real. There's just too much synchronicity, and it's too helpful. It's too helpful, and it will have to do with what's going on in my life. as long as I wake up to how my friend has the word Kender in her name, and how I should forgive her. How she was, innocent and childlike and stuff like that, and it seemed like it was trying to get me to forgive my friend, and then that's what woke me up to this whole thing. It's like, wow. It's not actually the only storytellers that have done this. Like Star Wars kind of did it a little bit too, because I'm Harrison Ford kind of being my dad's doppelganger. Maybe being part of selecting him as an actor. So that the stuff that he actually does is because of my dad. Like in the recent advertisement for something, his hand was like doing something special because of my dad's hand is kind of famous. His hand is famous. So so he's synchronized as this Fist of Dauntless character, and like the things that I did to try to save my dad or save myself, like praying to a rock, ended up being like the bloodstone connection and all this stuff. It's really weird. Such a spiritual experience, honestly, and it's something that I wish more people could have or experience. So how do I show it to them? How do I share it with them? Because it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it should be impossible that they're as helpful as they are. I can definitely get to know the authors in a very deep level where it's kind of like having dreams of them, and it could be like a schizophrenic attack, but I don't actually hear their voices. I just know what their voices would say if I was having one. And so, like, while I'm reading the books, it will feel like they're with me, and they're letting me know how it connects to things in my life. And so I'm confident that this will work, and that like the other tests that I've done this with other people and had a lot of success with it. So I'm confident that it'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by rolling. I'm going to do this 4 times now. And I'm going to ask for these colors, or just like something true to go along with the colors in the pictures. So what I've witnessed that makes this possible, I mean, it has to be the speed of light that makes this possible. When I come across televisions, music, or anything left behind by people, what I experience, it should be impossible to witness because of the timing. They're always trying to get something from me, it seems like they're trying to get knowledge or help with something. It's difficult to explain, but it is definitely true. And I know that I can prove that it's real. So let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this dice, right? Use this ordinary dice and select a color for the bottom right. Okay, so 6 is what I rolled. 6. Now, what I experienced, pictures and stuff having to do with the last thing I dreamt about or whatever, is so I know that they're able to give me what I ask for or the random thing that I select. Okay, so 6 is yellow. So yellow in the bottom right of 5. So yellow, which means yell ow, I guess, for the subconscious mind, like something hurt. Okay, so here are 5 pictures. So yellow in the bottom right. Let's see it. I don't see yellow in the bottom right. I see it in the top right. So messed up. I didn't get it. What does that mean? The thoughts that are entering my mind is that how could something hurt when I'm on painkillers right now? Because at the ending of Dragonlance, my character is gonna suffer for all eternity, and it's gonna be because I get off of those pills. And so up there, it means later. And that's pretty much what I will do while I'm reading this story, is I'll try not to think. And then the thoughts that enter my mind, it'll kind of be like talking to a ghost or something like that. It's very interesting, but there's a lot of connections to what's in the story and what's going on in my life. And they seem to know how to word things that actually lets me know what's going on in a way that I should have looked at it in a helpful way. So, okay. So that's not very convincing, right? I gotta do a better job than that. So this is for the bottom left. 4 for the bottom left. So red, ready to leave for the left foot. Okay. Oops. 2. The dog is about to charge there. So the dog's leaving. These people are staying though. Okay, so let's do another one. 13. Brown. So brown is like frown. So I don't know if you'll give me that. 11. Let's see. Show me what's sad. Brown. So it's supposed to be up here. It's supposed to be up here the most. Because it's the third time. Because the next time we roll, it's going to be, I'm asking for it up here the most. Because we're doing the bottom right, the bottom left, and then the top right, and then the top left. And so, serenity, out on the black, Out in the Black is sad. Out in the Black is sad. Yeah, I mean, the reason Raceland is sick or whatever, and the tea, having the tea all the time or whatever, and the Kenders, is sad. Out in the Black. I mean, it's so amazing how the timing of the thoughts that I have when I come across what I'm reading or whatever will be connecting me to help me fix what's going on around me. Like a Kender will connect to somebody with an opiate addiction or something like that. So that makes a lot of sense, being the nuisance childlike race of the world, right? Makes a lot of sense. And then, especially because of that song, that famous song about opiates, when he says, "We shall not grow old," because once you've done it, it doesn't matter if you've grown up, you could still be judged as if you're a kid still. And that is the song. Called Puppy Day. Okay, so 15. This is for 15. So it's kind of an orange color. Okay, so an orange color. So orange is like orange. It's kind of meant testing for some reason. Okay, so now the top left. So 17. Okay. 17. It's this right here. The top left, you give it in the bottom right. And it's new. So what that means is don't test it later, test it now, because the top left is for later. And then the bottom right means now, for the subconscious mind. So I don't know if you believe me or not. I bet it makes more sense once you look at how the characters have to do with people that I've come across. But I mean, the reason I don't feel like it's me that's doing it though. The thing is this whole time I didn't come up with these thoughts myself. I was actually measuring every thought that entered my body and living that way since 2019. And so I started to revisit Dragonlance since then, and the experience has been wow. I feel like I'm being guided by the authors, their soul, or like because I'm measuring my thoughts and they're giving me a totally different experience that's actually very helpful and trying to help me out with my problems, it seemed like. So new would be sooner in the picture. Later would be later, up higher in the picture. And so I feel like a part of the reason you might be doing this is so that you can do this with your spouse. Because one of the most spiritual experiences that you can have in your life might be choosing a color, just a random color, in a random spot in a square. And then checking on your birthday in the past for whatever your spouse did whether it's this, it'll be helpful if the person's like on social media or something like that, or on Instagram, because you'll see that the person gave it to you. And if they didn't give it to you, ask the reason why in your mind, try to figure it out, and it's there that you'll actually find that it's real. Because where you find that it doesn't line up and give it to you, it's a bit more convincing than when it does, because of what's found in the picture. That's the only thing that I can say. Just try it. That actually might be the real reason you're doing this for me, is because you wanted to hear that part right there, and you wanted to do it while you lived only once. Also, I thought the possibility was maybe wanting a pre-death funeral or something. Maybe you don't have enough friends surrounding you to push you into it, but we all lived once, so, I'm trying to get that going. I'm not sure how possible it is with, the problem I just mentioned. I've been very antisocial since I've been on the computer working. Not like how I used to be when I used to, waste time with people more often. But it wasn't a waste of time, right? No. Okay, so anyways, so much for proving it to you. I think just it's more interesting in, having fun building up the cosplay of the future. Like, in the future of this country, they could make money, actually in the parts of America, maybe, have a party and dress the part or whatever. Palanthus of Seattle or whatever, Wouldn't that be cool if there was a speaker of the sun or whatever tower Qualinesti built in Las Vegas? Wouldn't that be cool? But I don't know. Just think about stuff like that because the authors would have responded to that. Well, while they lived only once. I have found it was actually famous people that woke me up to this, because as artists, I guess they were having dreams and stuff of me, and they would learn to measure their thoughts while working, knowing that they're responding to their audience and knowing that they were connecting to them. And so they would give me an experience that was supposed to be impossible to witness, and it was actually other people that woke me up to this. So it's been known as, I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the history, but it seems to be pretty new discoveries to me. Like, my friend had this crush on this singer, and he wrote this song. He knew exactly what to say and did it outside of time. It's just, you'll find this mathematical pattern that's always there outside of time because of the speed of light and because of being unable to create something without touching the people that you made it for. And so that is always going to be real, and that's always going to be something to some degree, at least. Whether or not to define that is real, I think the only thing we could do that's wrong is come to a conclusion. So there's no harm in wondering, right? So let's just have fun with this. Let me know if you get offended by anything, or if you want me to take anything down, just let me know and I will.